Excitement is sky high at the Air Force Academy in Troy Calhoun's 13th season, leading his alma mater, with hopes of reaching a 10th bowl game in his tenure. Hi there, I'm Jesse Kurtz in the Mountain West Network studio, here with what you need to know as we count you down to kickoff with the Air Force Falcons. Air Force returns 14 starters, which ranks second in the Mountain West and 21st nationally, which includes a veteran offensive line, which has logged a ton of minutes together as a unit. The Falcons led the Mountain West and ranked 5th in the country last season in both rushing and time of possession. With experience up front, Air Force is expecting big things once again from the run game.
We know what we're doing, we know how we work together well, so it's kind of just that unit cohesion that it kind of builds, that you've played with them for so long. And then I saw that a lot this spring, where it wasn't as much verbal communication. We kind of just knew exactly what each other was going to do, and there wasn't really like any confusion when we were running plays.
DJ Hammond returns at quarterback for the Falcons, coming off a sophomore campaign in which he created a ton of excitement for Air Force fans. In his first career start, Hammond led the Falcons to a win over Navy, in which he accounted for 4 total touchdowns. The offense averaged 504 yards per game over his final 3 starts under center.
When he's out on the field, the energy he brings to the field is just tremendous. It's like night and day. Like, as soon as he steps out on that field, whether it's practice or a game, just the energy he brings to the field. Like, everybody knows what he's capable of on the field, but like, just when he's really hype and just getting everybody together, and he ran the offense very well, but everyone just knew what potential he had, and it almost made everybody else play better.
2 Air Force defensive players entered the season having been named preseason All-Mountain West, including defensive lineman Jordan Jackson, who led the Falcons with 12.5 tackles for loss and 4.5 sacks last season. He had at least 1 tackle for loss in 8 games, and at 6'5", 270 pounds, Jackson will be a force on the Air Force D-line once again.
He's a whole different beast. I mean, you see him, just his stature and his build and the way that he moves. I mean, we do a little mock combine, and he ran times sometimes better than some of the DBs. He is a whole different beast, and he put some good, healthy weight on this season. I think you're going to see some really good highlights from Jordan Jackson this year.
Oh, we love having him on our football team, just because he has improved his pass rush skill, but how stout he is at the point of attack, and one of those guys that's a pure grinder, and just really embodies action more so than words.
The Falcons open up the 2019 campaign with a home game against Colgate on Parents' Weekend at the Air Force Academy. Then, after an early season bye, Air Force makes the 84-mile trip north to Boulder for the first meeting with the University of Colorado in 45 years.
They were 5-0. They're in early October and ranked 17th in the country, and darn near every single one of those guys returned. So that'll be a very stiff test.
Oh, I can't wait. I think that's just an awesome opportunity to play both CSU and CU in the same year. Like, just something cool. I know I have a bunch of family coming out to the game, and obviously that atmosphere is a little bit different than what we'll typically play in, but I mean, that just makes it that much better to play in like a stadium like that and have that kind of crowd. Like, it's just going to make us more excited. I mean, I love playing in big game. It's like playing in Michigan a couple years ago. It's just, you're ready for it. It's always a fun time. The atmosphere is incredible.
Well, there's a lot of reasons, I think, for Air Force to be positive. You look at the secondary, Garrett Coppola is back. Jeremy Fedulum is a preseason all-conference selection. They've got experience defensively, offensively, experience as well with the offensive line. But I think they've got to find a running back, they've got to find a fullback, and I think those positions could be kind of by committee as the season goes. But they don't want any more 5-7 seasons. We saw that the last 2 years from Air Force. I think they feel there's a lot of talent, a lot of young players coming up as well, and I think they want to put the last 2 years behind them with those 5-7 campaigns and only 1-3 against the service academies. I think this year Air Force gets back on the right side of 500.
Thank you, Jim. Air Force opens up the 2019 season at home against Colgate on Saturday, August 31st. This countdown to kickoff has been brought to you by Mountain America Credit Union, the official credit union of the Mountain West. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Jesse Kurtz.